How would you describe Loretta Webster?
Just to keep it brief and succinct, awesome. A great leader, great mind, great thinker, great planner.
She was always kind and generous, and she was always so encouraging of everyone else around her, of all the artists, and she always wanted to share the spotlight with our community. So she spent her, aside from her legal career, her career with the artists, wanting to celebrate everyone else's success and to elevate everyone around her.
She just had all of the attributes that one would like as a leader. And she was just a wonderful, personable person. She loved her family, really dedicated to her family. And most of all, her lifestyle has always led towards the arts. She became a very professional raised beater, taken lots of classes with a lot of professional people outside of Oneida here, New York, Canada. But she's just probably one of the most awesome women you could meet.
And what was your relationship with her?
So it started off kind of funny because I was in law school and my mom kept wanting me to meet different friends of hers from back home. And she was going on and on about this woman named Loretta Webster. Mom, I'm not meeting any more of your friends. I'm not going to do it. Fast forward a little bit of time and we're standing in line at Grand Entry at a powwow. And there's this woman who is in front of me in, traditional Oneida gear. And I was a traditional dancer as well. And I was commenting her beadwork. I said, "Oh, your beadwork's beautiful." And then, we just got to talking and we were chatting away and chatted like the whole day. And then I was like, at the end I realized I didn't get her name. And she says, "Oh, I'm Loretta Webster." So it was awesome that I got to meet her and that she really was as amazing as my mom said she was. And then I graduated from law school in 2003. And Loretta Webster was the land attorney at that time. And when I was coming home, that was one of the things I wanted to work on is land issues for our community. And Loretta helped show me the ropes, explain what was going on with everything. But sometimes she made me a little nervous because she would have me review something and I'd said, "I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm not understanding." And she said, "Oh, you'll be just fine. It'll be okay." And I thought, oh my gosh, is this lady just checking out because she's ready to retire? But no, I realized that she just knew and had faith in the people around her that they would be able to figure things out and do the right thing. So it wasn't anything, that she was really ready for retirement. It's just, she was just that encouraging and that had that much faith in the people around her.
Could you tell me about your interactions in work and collaborations with Loretta Webster throughout your time?
So I live in Posse-Pequenan, which is also known as Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and many, many years ago, Loretta Webster worked at the university here. So I first met her during her time at this university. And so we became friends and acquaintances, and there comes a time when she goes back to Oneida and opens up something called Bear Paw. And in addition to opening up Bear Paw as a place to buy and sell things, sometimes she would host workshops for Samuel Thomas. And of course, I would drive up and take all of those workshops and renew my interactions with Loretta. So Loretta was, I think, really pivotal in making a nest for the early growth and development of raised beadwork in Oneida, Wisconsin. She provided an opportunity, she provided materials for sale, she provided a space for workshops, and she also provided some of the early exhibitions of raised beadwork.
With all of this background that Loretta had in writing all these proposals and working for all these different boards and things, how did she get started in art?
Well, she always wanted to have a store, so we opened up a craft shop. And that's what it was, just arts and crafts. And we sold it. And then one day, I think it was the Great Lakes Intertribal Council wanted some assistance in putting together an art show in Oneida. And so she started working on that. And she was the kind of person that once she got started on something, she stuck right with it, and she didn't do it for she did that for 15 years and 16 years, and so she got a board together.
I've been in Oneida for 25 years, and I heard of the Woodland Indian Art Board, or Woodland Indian Art Inc., from Loretta and Stan. I've been friends with them since day one. And Loretta always encouraged me to come get on the board. The way that we used to get on the board would be to volunteer to work the Woodland Indian Art Show and market. And that was our way of getting on the board for the past, since 2006. In 2014, we established bylaws and became a 501c3 program, which was nonprofit. And then we started becoming a little more stringent with our membership. Now we have a guild.
And then looking at her work with the Woodland Indian art, can you tell me why that was important work?
Loretta had a lot of skills, and among them was a business acumen. And she understood that there had to be a platform to elevate not only raised beadwork, but woodland arts. And so she was pivotal, instrumental, a driving force in creating the Woodland Indian Arts exhibit and show and exhibition. That really was a way for Native people to take back control of the voice, of the exhibition, and of the platforms that are used to exhibit our arts. It's a way of getting us out of the parking lot and into the building, which raises the status of all of our work.
And then when I had my oldest daughter, she was born in 2004. So right around that time, I had taken a series of raised beadwork classes with Loretta. And I think there was like a yoke, a Glengarry hat, cuffs, and moccasins. And I had started to take them while I was late in my pregnancy. And then after my oldest daughter was a newborn, and she came to all the classes when she was a newborn as we did our raised beadworks. And everyone passed around Grace in the classes, and everyone just loved up on her. And she just really created an encouraging and welcoming environment for all of us who were learning how to do raised beadwork.
And she did beadwork herself all the time. She had a good background in the arts, and she knew some people at the museum in Milwaukee, and she just began to work with the arts, and then she started looking up different areas and different people, and started talking to different individuals. And then she could see where the dancing was an art. She used to have a little stand there, and at that Indian summer in Milwaukee, and then they had Oneida dancers would come out there and dance, and so she could see the art, and then that there's a lot of patience in making the outfits, a lot of work, a lot of beadwork, a lot of good sewing. You really have to know, and that so it doesn't show all that stuff, and it just jumps out at you when you see them with their outfits.
So what does winning this National Treasure Award mean to you and your family after seeing everything that Loretta accomplished?
Well, I don't know how to say. It means a lot. That it was a surprise, and I think if she were here, she would be saying, "Well, that should go to somebody who did this, or that so-and-so did this," and that's what she would be saying. And because she never liked to get up there, and she never liked to be speaking at the mic. She was a good writer, but she did not like to speak in front of people. She get tongue-tied, and she didn't want to do that. That was not her. She always wanted to do the work and do the background work. That she was good at.
So Loretta has always been that driving force, and I am really pleased and proud although a little disappointed that it's after her death, but really pleased and proud for her to receive this accolade.